The holiday is traditionally a time that families come together and we gather and we share and we spend time with one another. It's one of the best times because it's usually done over food, which is a great way to hang out with each other. But it's always about generations, ancestors, elders, and passing on those traditions to one another. My name is Judy. I'm the founder and owner of Baology at 1829 John F. Kennedy in Center City, Philadelphia. We are a modern Taiwanese shop. We serve a variety of different items from Taiwanese food, including dumplings, which we are making today for the Lunar New Year. You want to keep the pieces of fat on here as well because you want a blend of lean meat and fatty meat. It'll give it a nice richness and texture to the meat as well as when you wind up cooking it and eating it. So you want to put the meat through the grinder here. We have, obviously for the shop, we have a much larger one that we work with, but you can do this easily at home. And the best thing about dumplings is, besides they're delicious, is that it can be such a great group activity. So when we were growing up, we were fortunate to have my paternal grandparents live with us for about 6 months of the year. They helped raise us, spent a lot of time with them, and one of the things that my grandmother used to make was pot stickers. I think it was 5 or 6 years old, I was able to eat 20 of them. That's basically when I had to start earning my own keep, so I started learning how to make these. So when I'm making these at home, I like to just use a knife and just chop them really quickly. Obviously, when we're at the shop, we make them in much bigger batches, and I think it allows a little bit of differences in a slightly larger grind than the pork, so when you're cooking it, just the difference of the texture of the shrimp as well as the different size adds another layer of textural contrast in the filling, so when you're eating it just makes your mouth a little bit happier. So in Taiwan we say kogan, so it's like mouthfeel, and it's such an important component of the way that we build our menu items. It's not just about layering a flavor, but it's also about layering your food with different types of textures so that all parts of your mouth get to enjoy various different sensations as you're eating too. There we go. There we go. So you can still see it. Still's got some texture to it, just different sizes and whatnot. Since we're making this at home, I'm just gonna eyeball everything. Usually do about a 2-to-1 ratio for the pork to shrimp. And then the spinach doesn't seem like it's a lot, but it's usually at least equal to the shrimp, if not more. But you can make this almost with any filling. You just want to get it to a consistency and a texture that you enjoy. And this is just what we like as a family. So people will say, well, that's not how my grandmother made it. I said, that's fine. We're not related, so different grandmothers, so everyone can easily make their own family recipe. You can't really get this wrong. If you put too much chicken stock in, one of the things you do after you do that is to add a cornstarch or some sort of, starch type of thing to bind it a little bit as well. So you can always, just play around with whatever texture you like. Common foods are all related with symbolism to family, to auspiciousness, to good fortune, to fertility a lot of the time too, an homage to family. So we're making dumplings because dumplings are actually symbolic for good fortune and prosperity because the way that they're shaped looks like the former silver ingots, which were money back in the day. So other common foods that you would eat, spring rolls also look like money. Pomelos, citrus fruits, roundness, whole fish in particular, never filleted, never head off, never tail off. You want the whole fish. Whole chickens are great as well. And we eat things like niangao, which is like a red bean cake type of thing as well that we focus on for the new year. There's also certain traditions that you do as well. You make sure you clean your house prior to the new year. You don't do any sweeping on the day of the new year because it's like you're sweeping out your luck. You would wear red as well, as many red related items as well. So sometimes, a glass of red wine might be great. A pomegranate based cocktail could work really well as well. So depending on where you're from regionally, how your family traditions are, you have different preferences for like skin thickness, for fillings, and for cooking styles. So we like to do pot stickers because I grew up eating them the most, and I also love the textural contrast between it. Pot stickers, we always focus on having the crispiest of bottoms, so they're seared. So that's crispifying. Can you see that? I'll put it down. And then we steam them on top. So the top of it has this nice steam quality to it. The inside is cooked, steamed as well, and it's juicy filling, and then you have the crispy crunch on the bottom of the pot sticker. So this is our family pot sticker plate. It's been passed on to me, which I love. My father actually got his first job after grad school at Inquirer, so this is a USA made brand from when I was born. Probably doesn't look impressive to anyone else, but it means a lot to us.